In light of the need to mitigate and adapt impact of climate change by people who are involved in farming, what are the available financing options at Post Bank Uganda Limited for a farmer or anybody who is involved in agriculture?
We had to address key challenges farmers were facing. One, if there is serious climate change, you realize that seasons keep on changing and all that. So there are risks involved. So those risks mean that you have to come up with a product that links insurance within the financing chain. And also, we have to come up with products that address the key challenges farmers have been having, and up to now. That is pricing of the facilities they get, flexibility within the facilities, because I can take a facility and I need probably an extension, or I expect to harvest in a certain period and I've not been able to because of the seasonality or the changes, the collateral I have to provide. So the bank has to be very flexible. So in doing so, we had to, one, come up with products that are concessional and supported by various partners. The first product being the agricultural credit facility, which we work alongside the central bank. That product addresses two key elements, or three. It addresses the element of pricing for facilities. It addresses the element of collateralization, because we share risk with the government of Uganda through the central bank, Bank of Uganda, and also the agricultural consortium in terms of insurance. It addresses also that component. So that's a key product which we pushed to the extent that recently we were awarded as a bank, being the best performing bank under agricultural credit facility by Bank of Uganda. The other product is to do with green financing. Now that product, we work with Uganda Energy Capitalization Company to reduce the cost of borrowing if you're going to use solar and irrigation, for irrigation and other components of providing energy for agriculture. In doing so, Uganda Energy Capitalization Company partnered with us to ensure that we extend facilities to farmers. That has just recently been scaled within the bank, so we expect to have a more beefed up pipeline of farmers coming up under that program.
Who is eligible for funding under SCF and what are the access rates?
Upon assessment of the activities you're involved in, will extend to a facility that is at as low as 12% in interest rate. But there are also other, I'll call them agriculture activities, where you're just into, I would say, activities that may not attract the 12%, but 15% interest rate. Ideally, the first eligible element is you being involved in agriculture. You might be providing value addition, that is processing. You might be handling post-harvest handling. You might be the actual farmer into production. That enables you to qualify.
What are the opportunities and challenges in implementing this CF?
The challenges we are having are largely to do with literacy of most of the farmers. You find that some people, they hear about this financing, their perception at first is like as if it's a grant. You have to educate them that this is a loan. That needs a lot of capacity within the bank. So it becomes a challenge because you have to ensure that you create awareness. People have to understand all these things. In an industry, I'll call it an industry or the sector, agriculture has its own challenges. The way seeds are procured, the quality of the production, the commitment to these farms, of course the weather, although we put up mitigants like irrigation and insurance, but it doesn't take away the full challenges related to climate change. Because even if we put up all those mitigations, on many occasions, like insurance, it's just to compensate. No one goes into an economic activity looking for compensation. It has to yield what they intend to get out of it. So those are serious challenges into this space.
So in the short term, how are you dealing with those challenges?
As a bank, we build competence. We have people in the branches are very competent enough. We build that competence over time to understand and address some of the challenges farmers might face. Because we can advise a farmer in advance that take up this insurance policy to help you, or buy from. We may not strictly inform them that this is what you're supposed to buy, but we know certain providers of certain products like seeds and all that. So these employees we have within the bank have competence in that space, and they advise. They are more of advisors and partners to our clients.
Yeah. How many farmers have you supported in the last maybe couple of years or on an annual basis? Do you have some figures to share with us?
I may not have the exact figures, but
an estimate of
what I can assure you and provide, the bank, when you look at the banking industry, we are one of the leading banks now in the agriculture space, and that's why you witnessed the awards from the central bank. Also the commitment to that.
How does your financial package for agriculture differ from what I can find out there in an entirely private bank, which is commercial rates, whose orientation is totally private, yet you are working as a government institution?
For starters, as a government-owned bank, profitability is one of the measures we have as an institution, but it's not our paramount objective. Our paramount objective is derived from our purpose as an institution. So our purpose being fostering prosperity for Ugandans. How do we do that? If we have to do that, we have to make not only credit accessible, but also affordable to most Ugandans. And where are most Ugandans deriving their livelihood? It's agriculture.
You know, the others are famous or notorious for sign here, sign there, that kind of thing. Bring this, we come and photograph this before we do it. So just that breakdown of the difference between Post Bank and the others in terms of, one, interest rate for the farmer, and two, the processes.
For interest rate, I had earlier highlighted that our partnership with various institutions has enabled us to offer credit, one, at zero interest rate. That is the partnership we have with government as government-owned banks.
Zero to which category of farmers?
Now, those are large-scale farmers who have 50 acres and above, but also these other farmers. The partnership we have with the central bank enables us to deliver our credit at 12%, as low as 12% to them.
Compared to the 18, 19 and others which
I give it priority because all banks in the market are part of this whole arrangement.
But still the question of
processes and procedures. One, we provide certain microloans to farmers on mobile. Those are digital loans to farmers. That means you can apply a loan and get it instantly on your mobile based on how...
That app, what is it called?
Wendy. Yes. You can apply and get a loan instantly.
As Post Bank, how do you disseminate information about agricultural credit facility and the other packages to the farmers?
One, this bank has... it's a bank that started from the rural to the urban. I don't think in this market there's a bank that has that unique arrangement. Most banks start from the urban to the rural. They keep on expanding. But for us, we largely, because of the government strategy at that time, the bank was so much entrenched within the rural setup of the country. That enabled us to be understood by the people in those areas, and we've been able to build a formidable network of over 58 branches. So these branches are used as a mechanism to disseminate information. But also we do have events which we create and invite people, most especially leaders, influencers, and also the farmers themselves. We sponsor key events within this country as a bank where information is disseminated. We engage on radio talk shows to discuss most of these matters, farmers and other key stakeholders. We have what we call road shows. Every year we engage communities, and we also have customers whom we take as anchors into certain aspects of farming.
What's your long-term strategy in dealing with supporting agriculture?
Our long-term strategy as a bank is largely entrenched in sustainability, that is being impactful to the communities we operate in. Also, it's well hinged to the National Development Plan 4. So we are a bank that the government is looking out for to implement the tenfold strategy or growth strategy of this country. And as you are aware, agro-industrialization is number one in the pillars that are going to lead to the growth that the government is looking out for, the tenfold growth. So the bank is well aligned to that, and that's why we are rebranding as a bank from Post Bank to Power Bank. That means a lot. It means that the bank is positioning itself as a bank that is going to deliver what the country is looking out for in terms of its tenfold strategy, a bank that's closer to the people and a bank of the people.
On that note, I want to thank you, Mr. Abaasi, for this interview, for the insights. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashley.